Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. Just here to pop down our cards for next week, which starts 27th of January, I think. 26th today, I think. Yeah, 27th tomorrow. So yeah, almost all the way through January, we've had our first new moon of the year. So we've had the Chinese New Year this weekend. It's all kind of still new beginnings around us in terms of energy. So let's have a little shuffle and see what the Black and White Formula deck has for us today. Okay, so our tarot card for the beginning of this week is the Chariot. So quite appropriate really for the beginning of the week. Chariot is talking about getting up, getting moving forwards. It's a card that talks about you choosing the direction that you want to go in. So you actually deciding what direction you're going in, you're taking control, you're driving your car in the direction that you want to go. So the Chariot is I like the Chariot a lot. It's a really good, strong, positive card, especially for the beginning of the week when we want to be, kind of moving forward. We don't want to be hanging around too much, do we? We want to get going. So it's talking about that. It's talking about us being able to move ourselves forward. As I've said before, you probably see, if you've seen my videos before, you'll know that what I say about the Chariot is that, you wouldn't get in your car and you do the pedals and let someone else do the steering. So this is about you being in control of the direction you're going in. So you are really taking control and going for what you want. It's not letting other people influence you, not letting people get in your way. All of that kind of energy, very, very strong when we get the Chariot. So good, strong, positive start to the week. Let's have a little look and see what we've got in our Enchanted Forest deck. Really enjoyed working with this deck. I might continue to work with them through February as well, but I've got a couple of other new decks here that I might dip into, so we'll see what we can do, because I think I've got a couple of others here that I would quite like to have a little play with as well, but we'll see what we get next weekend. I'll see what my guides are giving me then. So let's just see what we've got here in this lovely deck. Okay, it's interesting. Just noticed I've got a card here that's really rough along the edges, and I don't know why that is. Weird. I haven't edged them or anything, so that's a bit strange. So our card in the Enchanted Forest, I keep wanting to call it the Enchanted Map, but that's a different one. That's a Colette Baron Reid deck. So this is the Child of Visions, and I think Visions is cups from what I remember. I haven't used these much this week, but let's have a little look and see. Weaver of Visions, Weaver of Spells, Weaver of Visions. Yeah, the visions are cups. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the visions are cups. So this is the Page of Cups in the traditional tarot. So should have known, like, she's surrounded by rain, so there's definite watery energy there. So the Page of Cups, or in this case the Child of Visions, talks about new beginnings. So interestingly, we've got this new beginning energy still in January, just had the Chinese New Year, just had the first new moon, all of that stuff. So it's all very new. The Page of Cups tends to talk about new love, new feelings, things around emotions, all kind of lovely new energy. It talks about good news coming in. So, you know, Page of Cups is a very watery, emotional card. So, you know, you have to look after your emotions. It's positive around the emotion, the page, but the page can be, or the child can be a little bit naive. You know, it's a child, so those childlike emotions might be coming out towards the end of this week. You might feel like really, really happy about some really, really simple things. You know, children find joy in the simplest of things, don't they? I mean, I'm a big Disney fan, and I've been to Disney World loads of times. And there's a place at Disney World called Epcot, and at Epcot there are loads of rides and loads of shows and entertainment all put on for you. And I can guarantee you that the happiest kids you see are the ones that are running about in the splash pads where there's just a load of water for them to run around in. So you've got all these sort of hyper expensive roller coasters, and the kids want to run around in the water. They have little fountains that shoot from one fountain to the next, so they kind of make a chain. The kids just run around in there. And they're not bothered about rushing to get onto test track or something like that. So yes, I think they enjoy the more sophisticated stuff, but actually the joy can be found in the really, really simple things. So, you know, don't be afraid to embrace that energy towards the end of this week. Look for the simple things, because that's where a lot of the joy is going to be found. So let me just have a shuffle of our oracle cards, the Nature's Whispers cards. Let's see what oracle card we get. So the oracle card we've got is Illumination. So I don't know whether we've had this one before, because this looks very familiar to me. I don't know whether maybe I've had that as my own personal card or something, or if we've had it on here. But, you know, we've got the illumination there. That's just looking like a big old full moon. We've just had the new moon. So, you know, there's definitely this moon energy, this enlightenment that comes with the moon. So let me just have a little look and see what is said in the guidebook and see what we have. Okay, so it says, just as the full moon sheds its light on our world, you're being shown that there's hope and guidance for you. Have faith. Just holding on to the belief for yourself will plant a seed of manifestation in your life. You're being asked to release any worry and fear that you might be harbouring. The clarity you desire is at hand. All you need is something in which to place your faith. So trust in yourself, your support, and in the divine. You will be assisted in difficult times. This can also signify inspiration and new love. So we're shedding light on the hidden treasures or surprises. So that's interesting that new love also comes up with that card. And that is a very clear message when we get the Page of Cups, is that we've got this new energy around our love life, or friendships, or emotional relationships. Don't forget that with that new love, you can be talking about new love that you find for yourself. It doesn't all have to be about finding a partner, having a romance. You know, that might not be your bag. You might not be bothered about having a romance. You might just really be wanting to develop a better relationship with yourself. So, you know, this card is saying to you that actually you can have a new relationship with yourself. You know, Chariot's a very self-orientated card. You know, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? And the Page of Cups, or the Child of Visions in this deck, is very much about that. You know, having that love for yourself, having that pure joy at the simple things. So I think there's a clear message in here about loving, whether that be for somebody else, whether it be for yourself, putting yourself first and going for what you want. So hopefully that's been relevant to you this week. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and also please do share. and subscribe if you've enjoyed it. Still hovering around on the 198 mark, so we made it to 200, lost a couple of subscribers, and now I'm kind of sitting there at 198. Once I've got the 200 subscribers in the bag, I will definitely be putting up an interactive reading for us all, just as a thank you to everyone that's subscribed, whether you be beginning of the journey or whether you be halfway through or whether you be now. But please do subscribe, and I'd love to share some more readings with you. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.